I'm about to tell you some things here that you'll probably want to be in a private place to listen to, so make sure no one else can hear, because there's nothing dirty in here, but this is for girls only. Let me ask you, what if you knew the truth about what your man secretly wants and needs from you? The truth that no man would ever willingly tell you. And what if you could use that truth to become a magnet for his love and effortlessly get him to open up to you, stop pushing you away, and truly give you the love and commitment you deserve? I'm Mirabelle, and I need to be upfront with you. I don't have a PhD in psychiatry. I'm not a doctor. I am a relationship expert, but I only became one after I went through this pain myself, after watching my friends suffer, after going through all the agony, the sleepless nights, the frustration and heartbreak of having the man I love not be able to open up and communicate with me. I feel what you're going through because I've been there myself. And that's the reason why I'm sharing this with you today. It's a powerful ancient secret, a secret that opened all the doors for me, a secret that will show you exactly how to reach past his defenses, press all the right buttons, and touch his heart deeply so he completely opens up to you and has him almost pleading to be part of your world forever. You don't have to do anything weird or play mind games for his love. So watch to the end, because I'm about to give you the one crucial secret that most women don't know about that will give you the golden key to unlocking his heart and instantly transforming your relationships with men starting tonight. First, I should warn you, this online relationship workshop will not be up for much longer. Normally, I charge $97 for these workshops just for you to attend. But today, this is free, because I want to help as many women like you as I can. So watch it now while it's still up and while you still can, because this secret is going to change everything about the way you relate to your man. And honestly, my goal for you here is simple. By the end of this workshop, I want to see your man virtually crawling over broken glass just to be by your side, openly, honestly declaring his true, never-ending love for you, and holding you so close you think all your prayers have been answered. Now let me ask you, have you ever started a relationship feeling so warm, cared for, and loved, yet later on he started pulling away and turned into this distant, uninterested stranger? Do you ever find yourself wondering things like, what's happening here? I thought we had something real. Why does he keep backing away? Is he shutting me out on purpose? Every time I try to get closer, he just pushes me further away. Why can't we just be happy together? Why can't he just open up and tell me how he really feels about me? Why won't he commit? Did I do something wrong? Why do men and love have to be so difficult? If there is a feeling of familiarity to you here, then I have to tell you, you are not alone. I'm about to share a secret with you that will change your life forever, that will effortlessly unlock his heart and mind. And when you start using this secret, all of his uncertainty and strange, distant behavior will disappear overnight, and he will fight to stay by your side and make you his forever. Before we can go any further, though, I have to tell you something absolutely critical. If your man is holding back emotionally on some level, or not loving you the way you want to be loved, it's not your fault. There's a very simple reason why it keeps happening. And to prove it to you, I'm going to tell you how I accidentally discovered this powerful little-known secret in the first place. This is going to change everything about the way you experience love. Now, I wasn't always a professional relationship coach helping thousands of men and women transform their relationships. I've had my heart broken too, and the last time it happened was the worst of all. One Saturday morning in late summer a few years ago, I was lying in bed with my boyfriend of 2 years. He hadn't come home last night till 4 a.m., which wasn't like him at all. Suddenly, he took a deep breath, and I felt his whole body go tense. "Okay," he said, "there's something I have to tell you." As soon as he started talking, I went cold all over. No, I thought, don't say it. But it was too late. Lately, I've been feeling like things aren't right between us. I can't put my finger on it exactly, but I feel like we've been growing apart for months. You're not the woman you were when we first got together, and I don't want to lie to you now. I was already shaking with sobs. Whatever it was, I didn't want to hear it because I could already tell what was coming. "Stop crying," he said angrily. "I'm trying to be honest with you here. The truth is, I've been seeing someone else for the past 6 weeks. I don't know how it happened, but I just met her one night and it felt so right." I'm so sorry to hurt you, but I don't want to lie to you. You're just not the one for me anymore." Over the next few hours, it didn't matter what I said to him. In my heart, I loved him and I still wanted him to stay. But nothing I said could change his mind. He'd met someone else. He was leaving and I couldn't stop him. I was devastated. This was the man I'd trusted with everything, my best friend, the love of my life. It's true, I had sensed some distance between us lately, yet I tried so hard to regain his attention and affection. I'd jumped through hoops to make him love me again. But it seemed like every time I reached out, he just pushed me away again. And now, he was gone, and I was drowning in a sea of loneliness, confusion, and heartbreak. Over the next 6 months, I pretty much turned into a hermit. It made me sick to even think about dating other men because even after all the pain and agony he'd put me through, I still wanted him back. I still loved him more than anything. But he never called. I never saw him. And slowly, hope left me. Then one night, about 6 months later, everything changed. One of my best male friends, Brad, moved back to town. My girlfriends and I jokingly called him Dr. Love because he had an uncanny eye for spotting what was really going on in other people's relationships. Anyway, he took one look at me and said, "Enough. This has to stop." He made me put on a nice dress and he took me out for dinner, and over the course of the evening, the whole painful story came spilling out. I was wiping away the tears and smudged mascara with my napkin when all of a sudden, he said something that struck me like a lightning bolt. Personally, I'm glad he broke your heart, because now you're ready to move on and learn what really works with men. I couldn't believe my ears. What was he talking about? But as we talked, he mercilessly ripped away all the lies and forced me to see the truth. "I saw who you were becoming with that guy," he said. "You were like a sad little 50s housewife running after him trying to please him, always looking your best, cooking Italian food for him just like his mama used to make. Probably giving him back rubs and handing him sex on a silver platter every night. You worked so hard to make him happy, and look where it got you. You're a total emotional wreck. And all this time, he's happily living it up with his other girl, holding her hand, having the time of his life, and forgetting about you." He sat back and sipped his coffee. Meanwhile, I was electrified, literally speechless. Was he really saying that all the times I'd tried to please my man, all the times I'd put his needs before mine, all the times I thought I was being a great girlfriend, had backfired? For a split second, I was furious. After all, wouldn't you be too? But then that little voice in my head spoke up and said, "Mirabelle, you should listen to what this guy has to say. He knows what he's talking about." So I swallowed my pride, I took a deep breath, and I raided his mind all night long. And this is where things start to get a little weird. I should probably confess that I actually have a really weird personality quirk. I have a nearly photographic memory. I admit, it's been kind of a drag at times, especially when I find myself remembering in crystal clarity the things I'd rather forget. Like the look on my beloved boyfriend's face when he told me he'd been cheating on me. But this quirk has come in pretty handy at times, too. So I have to confess, even though it sounds really bad to say it out loud now, that night I used that quirk on Brad without him even knowing it. I basically recorded what he was saying inside of my head, and every so often I sneaked off to the bathroom and scribbled down every detail of all the juicy stuff that was making my head spin. Now, maybe I should have let him know I was doing this, but he had no idea what was happening, which was great because it meant he didn't hold back. He didn't waste my time trying to tell me stuff he thought sounded politically correct. He just gave it to me straight. And even though it hurt me and impacted me so deeply, I felt like a meteorite had struck the earth and the whole world was shaking and burning all around me, my heart told me he was right. That night, when I finally got home, my head was swimming. I guess I was in a state of shock. But over the next few weeks, I did the same thing with all my male friends. I scheduled informal meetings with all of them, and I picked their brains relentlessly about men while secretly recording every last word. Now, technically, this is totally legal. Maybe it was a little bit sneaky, but you have to understand, I had to know the truth. whatever it cost, and the result was worth it. Because these guys didn't hold back. They shared the truth about how men really think, and it was electrifying. I found out all the weird, upsetting, frightening facts about what men really want and how they really experience attraction and love. Why your man still has secret doubts about you, and why he's lying to you about those doubts. The secrets of what makes a man decide to commit or pull away at the last second. What he really hears when you tell him, "I love you." Why he lies to you. Why he cheats. What it means when he looks at other women. Why he goes quiet. Whether he really does fantasize about your hot sister or having sex with your best friend. Why he can't or won't commit. The things he says about you when you're not around. All the dirty, painful truths about what men think, how they work, that they would never, ever tell you. And let me say right now, they would be aghast if they knew I was sharing this with you. Now, I probably should have stopped right there, but I took all those powerful secrets and I worked like a madwoman possessed, pruning them down and figuring them out. And I started to see a system, a gigantic, overarching pattern. A system of behavior that was so massive that most women don't even know it's there. I had unlocked an ancient secret that triggers his love, desire, and powerful, unswerving adoration. The one thing that makes a man desperate to be with a woman. And stumbling upon this secret was the most incredible thing that could have happened to me. Because for the first time in my life, I finally started to understand men. Suddenly, I could see for myself what my role in the breakup had been, and all the panic and agony and desperation was replaced by an incredible feeling of empowerment. Like I could take the power back for myself instead of waiting around like some helpless, broken doormat for him to love me. For the first time since my heart was broken, I felt a sense of hope. Maybe men in love weren't as complex as I had believed. Honestly, I didn't expect anything more to come from this flash of enlightenment. Yet, I tentatively began using the secret and applying it to my life anyway. And what happened next was absolutely incredible. Everything changed, almost overnight. Inside of just 2 weeks, I found myself surrounded by men, smart, sexy, high-quality men who were literally desperate to take me out and eagerly, enthusiastically spend their time and money trying to make me happy. I had so much fun. From feeling lonely and bereft and worried I'd never meet anyone as good again, my calendar was busting at the seams with playdates, drinks, Sunday picnics, barbecues. And the best part? It was happening all by itself. I didn't have to ask for it, work for it, or even lift a finger. It seems crazy now to think of how hard I used to chase this love, because just 3 months in, I met the man who worshipped me more than all the rest of them put together. Within a month, he begged me to be his girlfriend, and he willingly, eagerly bent over backwards to make me happy and please me every day. For the first time ever, I felt as though love was easy, and he made me feel so special, so warm, so loved and secure that I knew he was the man I'd been searching for my whole life. And the best part is, it's my mind he loves the most. He says I'm the only woman he's ever met who gets it, who truly understands what he really is and how he experiences relationships as a man. Which is actually kind of funny, because attracting a man, not a boy, was exactly what I'd secretly hoped for all along. Now listen, before I understood the secret and started using it in my life, I had wasted so many years struggling to keep a man's love and feeling like I was always on the verge of losing him. And now, no matter what your dating situation is, whether you're happy or unhappy, committed or struggling, in love or lonely, this secret is the key to getting the man in your life to do a complete emotional about-face, stop pushing you away, and finally commit himself wholeheartedly to loving you, being with you, and instinctively giving you all the love and commitment you've ever wished for. Once you get how to use this secret in your relationships, he will stop taking you for granted immediately. In his mind, every other woman will fade into nothingness. He will feel like you and he are two halves of the same whole, almost like you know him better than he knows himself, all because you know how he truly works as a man. Let me tell you about a recent female client and friend of mine called Anna. Anna was having problems with her 8-year marriage. When she came to see me at my office, she told me she felt like she was on the verge of losing him. "Mirabelle, I don't know what went wrong," she said, wiping the tears from her eyes. "I honestly believed we had something truly special, but recently it just feels like he doesn't seem to love me anymore." She desperately wanted to take action. She didn't want to just give up on her relationship, but she didn't know what action she could possibly take to make things better. She needed some help from me. I quickly told her about this simple, powerful solution, and straight away she lit up like a little girl on Christmas morning. All of a sudden, it was like she understood the secret of how men really think, and all the things that used to hurt and confuse her now suddenly made perfect sense. Because for the first time, she finally understood why he would turn off and what her role had been in accidentally making it happen. The changes she made were actually pretty small, but they were like those tiny pebbles responsible for an unstoppable avalanche, because now his love for her is like a snowball that just keeps rolling, getting bigger and stronger every day. Now there are no more arguments, coldness, or painful, scary distance. In her own words, she said, "Using this technique has been like having psychic powers to read his mind. And all of a sudden, it's like men and commitment finally make sense to me." Simply by making a few small, easy changes to how she spoke to him and reacted to his distance, Anna was able to prove that she gets who he is as a man. And it was this proof that worked so effectively to create a powerful existing bond between them. So few women really get how to do this with their man. And that fact breaks my heart when I see the devastating effect it has on their lives. But when you start using this secret in your life, his love and devotion to you will soar, because when a man really feels that unshakable level of desire and commitment for a woman, he stops dragging his feet immediately. And in his heart, he'll be begging to be the guy that you rely on, lean on, and love. This is how a man naturally acts when that trigger's been flipped in his mind. It doesn't matter how uncertain or awkward he was acting before. And if you asked him, he wouldn't even be able to explain it himself. He'd just know that that was then and this is now. And now, everything's different. You're the only woman he has eyes for, and he can't rest until he knows for sure that you feel it too. When I saw how well this secret had worked for Anna, I knew I had stumbled onto something truly amazing, and I felt compelled to share it with as many women as I could. So I shared it with a select group of my female clients, women who were stuck in dead-end relationships, women who only attracted jerks and players, women who started off feeling so loved and secure, yet who now could feel his love slipping away even though they tried everything to bring it back. Hundreds of women tested this secret out in their lives, and almost immediately there was an explosion of interest, and they too started experiencing the kind of magical success in their relationships that I had. These women got to experience what it is to truly have a man who loves you from the bottom of his heart. No more doubts, no more distance, no more confusion and pain when he just won't open up and talk to you. And the good news is, whatever your personal dating situation is right now, it's never too late to turn everything around and reignite his primal, almost desperate desire to make you his. Because when you understand what truly magnetizes his love for you, you can hold his attention effortlessly. All he wants is you, and he will never, ever leave you. I am Mirabelle Summers, creator of Addict Him to You, the rarest secret that most women will never know about their man. And this system is like the Bible of understanding, attracting, and fanning the passion of your man into an unstoppable wildfire. And when you apply the secrets found inside it, your love life will transform almost overnight into the kind of magical relationship that other women can only dream of. Here's a small sample of what you'll learn in this powerful, proven system. First, you're going to learn about the light bulb principle that will allow you to wake up the biggest secret you don't know about your man that's holding you back in love. All the secret fears, doubts, and needs that make up his inner wiring, and how to prove to him that you understand how he thinks and works as a man so that he automatically drops his armor and starts to open up his heart to you. Plus, the 3 subtle signs most men give that are his emotional proof that you're the one for him. If your man is giving you at least 2 of these signs, he is in love with you, even if he's been acting totally weird, grouchy, and distant for ages. Most women miss these signs entirely and miss out on the realization of how special they are to a certain man. Plus, exactly how to act on these signs in such a way that he'll lose the uncertainty and cleave to your side like a magnet. When you do this, he will commit unhesitatingly to you, and he will gladly spend his life trying to make you happy. Next, you'll learn how to stop driving him away. Ironically, many women do this when they think they're showing him love, including how to get him to share himself unreservedly with you, even if he's been hurt before and swears he can't commit again. Plus, the surprising, incredible truth about what it really means when he gets angry with you and how to turn it around quickly and smoothly so you can dissolve the tension and stress and instantly turn arguments and discord into those warm feelings of togetherness. He'll think you've read his mind, you'll know him so well, and he will find himself calming down and reaching out to you instantly. And this is great if you ever get that walking on eggshells feeling around him, or if you made a big mistake in the past that you never thought he'd get past. You'll learn what the most important thing is to a man who's upset, mad, or defensive, and how to use that one simple thing in ways that resonate deeply with his heart. He will be reeling when he sees how quickly and easily you can make him feel better, and this simple fact will have him desperate to reciprocate, including not just saying it, but often and enthusiastically showing you he loves you. And he will love spoiling you when you get this one secret down. Next, you'll learn how to ignite or reignite almost any man's desire for you so that he sees you as the sexiest thing on 2 legs, no matter how old you are, how much you weigh, or how down on your body you've been lately. When you get this right, he will instantly forget about any other woman and will only have eyes for you. Plus, my ultra-rare insider relationship tips. You'll learn about the secret emotional pressure that makes a man snappy, aloof, and distant, and exactly how this deep-reaching principle affects every facet of your relationship together, from dating to getting married, falling in love, and staying in love, even during sex, and how he acts towards you in the moments afterwards. Now here's the weird reason why your man actually wants to be romantic and sweep you off your feet, even if he seems totally reluctant and unwilling right now, and how to release him from his pent-up masculine need to hide this desire without telling him what you're actually up to, so you can get all the gifts, attention, and passionate romance you've ever wanted. I call it the waterfall effect, because when you do it in your love life, it's like you've busted the dam inside his heart, and all those hidden feelings and powerful, urgent passion comes flooding unstoppingly out. You'll feel like a spoiled little girl, and your friends will be begging you for your secrets on how you got him to act this way. Next, the 4 key needs of any man that are almost definitely not getting met right now. The one thing that most women unknowingly do that is more painful to your man than anything else. This one thing triggers his distance, coldness, and lack of love almost automatically. Yet you'll discover how you can easily turn this terrible habit around immediately so he starts to feel passionately interested in you again and sees you as the one woman in his life that he simply cannot be without. Next, easy ways to spark the heat and passion in your relationship again. And no, it's not about getting all dolled up or doing those wacky physical or emotional gymnastics. The top 5 things you might be doing without realizing it that are turning him off, and an incredible secret that will instantly turn his seeming feelings of disinterest and unlove into the kind of magnetic chemistry that will have you blushing and giggling like a teenager, and even boasting to your friends about the incredible heat and excitement you feel for each other. You'll have him feeling that first date excitement all over again, just like he did the very first time you kissed, even if you've already been sleeping in the same bed together for decades. As I mentioned before, it is my life's mission for you to get your hands on these rare, powerful secrets and use them to empower yourself and change the course of your relationship. So what's your next step? How do you get started with Addict Him to You? Well, basically, you have two choices on where you go from here. Choice 1. Take the information in this presentation and try to go at it alone. And yes, you will get some results. But it's going to be tough unless you know exactly what you're doing. So I hope you took really good notes. Or there's choice number 2, the smart, simple, easy choice. This is the easiest, most effective way to truly touch your man's heart and to have him aching to wrap his arms around you, pull you in close, and stay by your side forever. Why struggle with confusion and doubt and risk the future of your love life, especially when you can have immediate access to everything right now and start feeling his attraction to you grow and change starting tonight? I'm Mirabelle Summers, creator of Addict Him to You. Addict Him to You is the powerful, proven attraction blueprint that's been shown to work for women of all ages, that's undergone years of testing, and that allows you to finally get all the passion, commitment, and true lasting love you've ever wanted from a man who is honestly worthy of your love. And my system will work for you, even if he's a total commitment phobe, even if he's a total wounded bear who's been hurt before, even if you think you've lost his love forever, even if you honestly believe your relationship is totally broken and beyond hope, even if he thinks of you just as a friend, or worse, just a bed buddy, even if you'd swear he's not attracted to you right now or has lost the attraction he once had for you, and even if you think you've tried everything. Now let me tell you what kind of woman Addict Him to You will not help, because I reserve my guide only for women who are smart and self-respecting enough to truly use it. So if you are a woman who just wants to follow a rigid set of rules that'll set us all back 100 years, or if you believe that true love only happens for women who suffer for it, or if you secretly enjoy the pain and drama of constantly having your heart broken and bruised, then you might as well leave this page right now. Because I will not try to help a woman who doesn't want to be helped. However, if what you really want is a real, committed, loving relationship that stands the test of time with a wonderful, loving man who thinks of you as the prize of his life and who would willingly walk through fire to give you everything you've ever dreamed of having, then this guide is not just the supremely clever choice, it is your only choice. Now, you might believe that a program that can transform your relationship the way this one can should cost an arm and a leg. And the fact is, there is no other program like this in existence anywhere, so there's really nothing to compare it to. The regular price of Addict Him is $107, and most of my happy customers have told me it's an absolute steal at that price. However, you will not be paying $107 for it today, and I'll tell you why. When I hit rock bottom, I swore to myself that I would figure out a way to heal this heartbreak or die trying. And I made it my life's mission to share the solution with as many women as I can. So despite the fact that my life's work is obviously worth more than $107, I want to prove the system works for you. So you will not be paying $107 for Addict Him today. Not $97, not even $67. Your total investment today, if you act now, is just one simple payment of only $47. Plus, I'm going to let you in on a few special gifts that will make this a complete no-brainer for you. Look, here's your first free gift. The Reflexive Attraction Bonus Guide, a dollar value of $37 all by itself and only available when you get the original Addict Him system. This short, powerful special report gives you the secrets of emotional attraction that no man can resist. You'll discover exactly how to use his own wiring to have him thinking of you as his ultimate fantasy, including what men truly think of as sexy in a woman they want to commit to. And if you think prettiness has anything to do with it, then this report will shock you. Next, there's the Human Lie Detector bonus, which is like having psychic powers to blast through his layers of distance and aloofness so you can finally understand what he's really saying at any given moment. Which means no more walking on eggshells, no more worrying that you might accidentally push him away or say the wrong thing. You will know exactly what his man code really means, and how to use it to actually increase his feelings of desire and attraction for you immediately. Plus, if you act now before this presentation ends, I'll throw in my one-of-a-kind super bonus worth over $99.95, the Cheating Neutralizer. When you have the Cheating Neutralizer, you'll be able to give him a powerful inoculation against ever cheating on you or even looking at another woman, no matter how long you've been together, and no matter how rocky things have been feeling lately. And this is extra useful if he's a good-looking guy. You know, the kind of guy who could have alternatives. It even works if you feel like your relationship has hit a rut or has stalled out. Because when you use the Cheating Neutralizer in your life, you don't just learn how to prevent cheating. You actually learn how to address the deep hidden issues that make it happen in the first place before they even happen. Just imagine never worrying that he's getting bored in the relationship, never worrying that he might trade you in for a newer model a few years down the track. And imagine never having one of those terrible same-old arguments ever again. Because when you have the Cheating Neutralizer, you know how to address those problems before they even began, without him ever even knowing what you're up to. I know, amazing, isn't it? All this brings your total retail value to well over $200. Yet today, if you act now, it's all yours for less than $50. Look below this video now. Click the Add to Cart button that you see there now. You'll get immediate access to everything and will be triggering his love and igniting that unstoppable heat in your relationship tonight. These are the secrets that no man will ever willingly tell you to your face. And when you have these secrets, you will be shocked at how quickly things turn around, at how all of a sudden he's bending over backwards to give you everything you want and fighting to please you, to take care of you and make you smile. All without ever having to do anything weird or even ask for his love again. And he will be thanking his lucky stars that he has a woman like you in his life. Plus, unlike many other relationship courses out there, this one is guaranteed to work. Here is my promise to you. This is not some dumb hat trick that you use to trick him once, or some dumbed-down nonsense that'll have you acting weird and not like who you really are. This is a system that guarantees massive lasting transformation in the life of any woman who learns it, applies it, and uses it in her daily life, whatever your dating situation is right now. Just try addict him to you for a full 60 days. And if you don't have him bragging to his friends about what an amazing woman you are within those 60 days, and if you're not enjoying the happy, loving relationship you've always wanted within that time, just send me a quick email and I will happily refund every last penny, no questions asked. Plus, you'll still get to keep the whole system and all the bonuses too, just for giving it a try. In other words, there is literally zero risk for you to take the system and try it out in your life now. Look underneath this video now. I want you to click the big orange Add to Cart button you see there now. You'll get immediate access to everything and can get started changing the destiny of your relationship tonight. Remember, you've been struggling with your pain and confusion for far too long, and the pain of continuing like this will only lead to more despair and frustration and more wasted years. Yet all of this can change in a heartbeat. The moment you decide that real love is important to you and begin applying the quick start secrets and addict him to you to your relationship with men, just picture what it would feel like to easily create that magnetic chemistry with your man, to know beyond doubt that he's passionately invested in you and your life together, that as the years go by, he'll only become more in love with you, not less. Can you imagine how good that will feel? Wouldn't you love to experience life this way, to start right now, to escape the pain, loneliness, and heartache, to enjoy the kind of relationship that other women can only dream of having, to unlock his heart and addict him to you and grow old together in love? Click the big orange button that says Add to Cart to claim your massive discount now. You'll get immediate access to everything, including your copy of my super bonus, the Cheating Neutralizer, which guarantees you the appreciation, devotion, and commitment you truly want from your man. And if for any reason it doesn't work for you, I'll give you all your money back straight away. Plus, my friendly support staff is always just a quick email away, so you never have to wait and wonder with unanswered questions. Click the big orange button that says Add to Cart to claim your massive discount now. You'll join countless other ecstatic women who've uncovered the secret to his heart and mind. You'll quickly and easily melt away his armor and touch his heart deeply and irrevocably trigger his instinctive drive to chase you, win you, and make you his forever, and float you in a warm, delicious ocean of masculine love, affection, and thoughtful little gifts. When a man really loves a woman, he enjoys spoiling her. You'll start to notice the difference immediately. You will have him eating out of the palm of your hand. And remember, it's not just an amazing bargain you're getting today. You'll finally be able to touch your man's heart and have him fighting to be part of your world forever. No more pain, confusion, and heartache. No more loneliness, doubt, and heartbreak. You'll become part of a community I call the luckiest women. The women who everyone else thinks is just lucky in love. The women who have men tripping over themselves to please you, support you, and adore you forever. You just don't want to delay 1 second longer, and here's why. First, there's no risk to you at all. I'll quickly refund every penny if you don't have him begging you to be his forever in just 60 short days. And you'll remember that I slashed the price by well over 50% just so you can get started now and get the relationship you've always wanted with your very own Prince Charming tonight. Yet I'll be raising the price back up any day now, or maybe even doubling it. So claim your massive discount now before it's too late. Plus, my amazing super bonus is only available if you act now before this presentation ends. And this super bonus is the key to igniting his commitment instincts and cheat-proofing your love against the agony of infidelity, which means you can grow older gracefully, even happily, all the while knowing you've got his heart locked up safer than a bar of gold in Fort Knox. Plus, I've dedicated years of my life to this secret. I get emails from women all over the world every week. And you know what the one thing is they all say in common? Before I had this love thing sorted in my life, before I understood how to make him love me just the way I am, I never realized just how important it really is. And it's true, isn't it? Relationships really are the most important thing in your life. And even with all the job success, beautiful cars, great apartments, and wonderful friends in the world, what use is any of that if you don't have the one thing that will truly make you happy? The love, devotion, and undying commitment of a man who's truly worthy of you. Don't waste your life suffering. You've already been missing out for far too long. And just how long has it been for you since you felt that amazing, warm security and happiness in your love life? When you think about it, you'll realize it's been far too long already. Yet now you have a clear and simple solution to all the pain, one that's proven to work. And just imagine how beautiful and amazing it will feel. The rush of energy that runs like electricity up and down your spine when he wraps his arms around you, holds you close, and tells you in that quiet, tender voice he uses just for you that you are the woman he's been waiting for all his life. Finally, you're experiencing what true love really means. So please, let me help you. Let me give you the tools that have already helped countless women just like you. And I shouldn't have to remind you, inertia is a natural and powerful thing, and I don't want you to miss out. And unless you take action to throw off the pain and loneliness now, you might never do it, and you'll have missed your chance at true love. Maybe forever, all because you didn't jump at the chance while it was still there. Don't condemn yourself to that life of suffering and loneliness. Don't be a victim any longer. Instead, make the only choice a smart, self-respecting woman can make. Take advantage of this special limited-time-only offer while you still can. Click the big orange Add to Cart button you see below now, and let's get your new life started now. Still watching? I bet that means you have some questions. Here are some of the most common questions I get, plus the answers to those questions. Mirabelle, I'm overweight. Will this still work for me? This is a great question, and here's the really great answer. Honestly, it doesn't even matter how old you are, how pretty you are, or even what the readout on that darn scale says each morning. Personally, I love food, a lot, and I'm a woman who hates to diet. And truthfully, I would be perfectly happy to live in sweats and no makeup most days. In fact, I consider myself to be pretty average when it comes to the looks department, and I am definitely not some kind of skinny mini or glamorous sexy figure model. And yet, when I began using this secret, I began to turn heads in a way I had never done before. Men came up to me on the street, in the queue at the bank, and even in the grocery store asking to meet me, and my phone started ringing off the hook with invitations from smart, sexy, attractive men. Men who begged to take me out and eagerly, enthusiastically spending their time and money just trying to make me happy. My love life went from cold and empty to overflowing with nights out dancing, laughing, and being wined and dined. And even though I'm just an everyday kind of woman, nothing special in the looks department, I still have the undying love and commitment of a man who thinks of me as more beautiful than Aphrodite. And with him, I get to enjoy the kind of love and affection I've always wanted in a relationship. Don't let your fear of not being good enough keep you from a lifetime of being loved and supported by a man who loves you just as you are. Because it's so easy once you know the secret of how to trigger that passionate love and devotion deep in his heart and have him openly, truthfully swearing his true, devoted love to you forever. Next question. Will I have to do anything uncomfortable or weird, like being manipulative or hiding who I really am? Smart question. And as I mentioned before, I feel what you're going through because I've been there too. I know what it's like to feel like you've tried everything to get and keep a man's love. To bend over backwards and literally try to earn his commitment and appreciation and still be left doubting, in pain, and questioning everything. I have tried all the rules. I have tried the mind games, and I have even tried just working really, really hard and putting all the effort in to simply be a great girlfriend and really put him first. I wore tight dresses. I wore the heavy makeup. I tried all those crazy shapewear garments. I made the effort to starve myself, and I even worked out at the gym 6 or 7 times a week, just trying to stay in shape and look great for him. None of it worked. And deep down, it really just made me feel worse about myself anyway, almost like the real me wasn't good enough. Like true love is something you have to work at. I still remember how painful, confusing, and frustrating it was to feel that way. But when I discovered this secret, everything changed. It was like having the golden key to his masculine desire, the key that unlocked his heart, and finally, I was able to just be myself around men and still be able to trigger that deep desire and devotion inside his heart. So really, when you get right down to it, I say rules schmools. Because that rare, powerful discovery I made through my conversation with Brad and all those other men whose brains I mercilessly plundered was the one answer I had always needed to unlock a man's heart and deepest feelings, and finally have the deep love and devoted commitment I had always wanted. So please, let me help you. You can finally experience that adoration and committed love from a man who knows just how special you are. You can get immediate, lasting results with a simple step-by-step system that's guaranteed to work. You can escape from a future of loneliness, frustration, and self-doubt and have your very own Prince Charming fall completely in love with you. A man who knows your true value, who'll fight to protect you and make you happy. And just imagine how beautiful and amazing it will feel when he looks deep into your eyes and tells you he can't live without you, that you are the woman he's been waiting for all his life, the one thing he simply cannot live without. It's time to make a change. It's time to get the tools you need, the tools that have already worked to help countless women just like you. And I really don't want you to miss out. I want you to experience his true, lasting love forever. So take advantage of this special limited time only offer while you still can. Claim your massive discount now. Click the big orange Add to Cart button you see below now, and let's get your new life started now.